keys. Crack. What an idiot.
Crack.
Holy shit. Start looting this people here. So head. Fuck this, I'm finishing her off. No more bushing around the beat. Okay everyone, let's talk about passives. We all have one. I have one. Mine is the ability to miss shots even at point blank range. But seriously, most legends in Apex have another ability aside from their tactical and their ult. Except for Krypto. An ability not tied to any specific key, save for 2 legends. And they aren't game changing, and only serve just to complement the character's direct abilities and to enhance the personality of said legend. To be honest, I feel like they should have been called traits instead of passives, because I feel like some of these passives are not even that passive, if that makes sense. I mean, some of them do require active input, which doesn't make them passives at all because you have to, you know, actively use them. Anyway, now that I've told you about a passive, or about passives, and how they only serve to complement the legend's active abilities, let's try to win games relying on these things. Oh, and I'll be ranking these passives from F tier to S tier, depending on how well they do on their own, meaning I will not be using any abilities aside from the passive. If the passive is tied to any ability, it's not going to be used as well. So rip Krypto. Guess you're stuck in F, buddy. So for Krypto and Wattson, they're both going to be basically at F tier. I mean, I don't even have footage of Wattson's passive in action because I couldn't find any ultimate accelerants when I was playing her. So there's that. And Wattson's passive actually has great synergy with her ultimate, but passive only and no ultimate or tacticals, yeah, no. I mean, seeing as you can carry 2 ultimate accelerants, you can bother your lifeline even more and force her to take it for faster ultimates for her, not for you. You basically get nothing. For Krypto, I mean, it's not that bad. Just imagine your drone's been shot 24/7, and seeing as your passive is tied to your drone, you're basically also just a walking gun. So, yeah, F tier it is. And then for D tier, we have Caustic. And it is nice that his passive is truly a passive and it does something outside from your abilities. In a way, it is still tied to them, but on other Caustic's tacticals and smoke grenades, you don't get affected at all. So that is nice. I did manage to get a nice little kill on this other Caustic, and that was the only time I managed to get it to work, because whenever I play Caustic, nobody in this fucking game would run Caustic, and I would just look like a fucking clown not doing anything. But whenever I don't play Caustic, every other motherfucker in this map loves to drop their gas grenades. So I guess that's also my passive. Whenever I play Caustic, nobody else in this goddamn game does. Oh, there! Oh! I didn't even realize it! His passive! Ah, yes! I have a clip of his thing working, wow! I'm never touching this guy ever again. Here on C tier, we have the middle of the pack, where these passives are truly passives, where in a sense that they're not tied to your tacticals and your ultimates, but it's just not as reliable or situational. That's why I put it here on C tier. So here on the low end of C tier, we have Wraith with her Voices from the Void ability. I mean, yeah, it is kind of nice. They tell you that, oh, there's a trap here, someone might be aiming you. In theory, that might work, but I find that I'd be already getting shot at, and then the voices will tell me, oh, there's someone shooting at you. Yeah, no shit, I'm already taking damage. And on the C tier of C tiers, which is the mid tier of mid tiers, we have Bloodhound with their tracker ability. The reason why I put it here is because, well, yeah, it is kind of nice where you get to see where enemies are going, but sometimes they're already gone when you get there, and if you are close enough, you can just hear it or use your game sense, or some other person will just probably find them before you do. I did manage to track someone down while they're hurt, but they just managed to run back to their teammates and start shooting at me. Which I guess is a sign that it actually works, and that's good, but it's just a little too situational for me to actually want to have. Like, if I just didn't have a passive at all, I wouldn't really mind. It's just a very small bonus that works in a few situations. And the next one is Pathfinder, which is not that bad actually. Knowing where the next ring is going to appear after your current ring is very useful, but it's just not a passive. You have to go up to a place with a survey beacon, hold down the interaction button for like, I don't know, 5 seconds I think, and destroy your eardrums with that loud ass sound effect, and then you figure out where the next ring is. In case it wasn't obvious enough, the green circle inside the white circle is where the ring is going to be after this one collapses. It's really useful for positioning, especially if you're using a Pathfinder, because you can get around with your zip lines and hooks and just wait for enemy teams. But the thing is, I've never played Pathfinder up until this moment where I was trying to discover his passive, and throughout my 1.5 years of playing Apex, I never really had a problem with just reacting to where the next ring is going to be instead of learning about it. That's not to say it's bad, I'm just saying other things are way better than this passive. Hi, you may have realized that I'm still missing a couple of other legends on this video. That's because I kind of want to split this video into 2 parts, as I didn't feel great about having a 16-minute video of me just rambling on and on and on and on. I kind of want to work on something else and then continue working on this around Wednesday and finish by Friday. I hope you understand, and have a great rest of your day.
Take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head. Take me out to the back of the shed